Hey everyone, we'd love to hear from you. What tool review would you like us to create an in-depth analysis video on? Drop your suggestions in the comments below, and we will get started on making the most requested one. Make sure to subscribe to the channel as we upload new tool insight every day.
All right, so we're diving into GeoSpy AI today,
Yeah.
and you sent over some seriously cool stuff about it. When I first glanced at it, I kind of thought, whoa, this is like straight out of some spy movie.
Right.
But it turns out it's actually for everyday use.
It is.
Which is pretty fascinating.
Yeah, definitely.
So we've got a bunch of articles here in a review, and
Yeah.
the thing that really jumps out is this whole idea of like really knowing where stuff is and why that matters.
Mm-hmm.
So in this deep dive, we're going to try to get to the bottom of GeoSpy AI
Okay.
and figure out, how it can help people stay connected to what's important.
Sounds good.
So I got to ask right off the bat, when you were looking at this stuff, what was it that grabbed you
That's a good question.
beyond the kind of the coolness factor?
Yeah. I mean, it does have that kind of spy tech vibe to it.
It totally does.
But for me, I think what makes it so interesting for everyday use
Yeah.
is how it kind of combines that real-time information
Right.
with this potential for like a deeper understanding.
Yeah.
It's not just about seeing a dot on a map. It seems to be about, managing movement,
Right.
maybe even like anticipating it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what really intrigued me.
So for someone who's coming into this totally fresh, can you give us like the basic rundown of what GeoSpy AI actually is?
Yeah. So basically, GeoSpy AI is this AI-powered tool.
Okay.
And it's all about tracking, monitoring, and analyzing how devices move. And it does all this in real time.
Okay.
Now, the goal here,
Yeah.
at least according to what we've been reading,
Yeah.
is to provide this really straightforward and reliable way to handle location data.
Right.
And they're aiming this at a pretty wide range of users. You've got individuals who are worried about keeping their family safe.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then you've got businesses that need to keep tabs on their valuable stuff.
Right.
The review we looked at even called it a top AI productivity tool,
Oh, right.
which suggests that it's not just about tracking.
Right.
It's about doing it in a way that's really efficient.
So it's taking it to that next level.
Exactly.
Okay, so we keep saying AI driven. So it's not just like basic GPS, pinging a location.
No.
What is the AI actually doing with all this location data?
That's where it gets really interesting.
Yep.
The sources highlight a whole bunch of cool features. The first one, and this is probably the most obvious, is real-time location tracking.
Right.
But the key here is the emphasis on high precision
Oh,
and these like instant updates.
Oh, wow.
The review actually points out that this level of accuracy and speed is super important for things like, keeping track of your kids in a crowded place,
Right.
or managing logistics where every second counts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you're not waiting around for delayed updates,
Right.
which can be super frustrating
Oh, for sure.
and sometimes even dangerous,
Absolutely.
depending on the situation.
So real-time tracking, but like supercharged.
Exactly.
Okay, what else? What are some of the other big features they talk about?
Another really important one is multi-device support.
Okay.
Basically, you can monitor a whole bunch of different devices, all from one dashboard.
So you're not switching between different apps?
No, it's all in one place.
Okay.
So think about a family with multiple phones,
Right.
or a business with a fleet of vehicles,
Yeah.
or a bunch of pieces of equipment they need to track.
Right.
Having it all together like that is a huge advantage.
Yeah, it just simplifies things.
Absolutely.
Now, something that the sources really seem to highlight is this idea of geofencing. Can you explain what that is and why it's such a big deal?
Yeah. So geofencing is basically like creating these virtual boundaries.
Okay.
You can customize them however you want. And the cool part is the system automatically sends you a notification anytime a device you're tracking either enters or leaves one of these zones.
So you're not constantly having to check the map.
Exactly.
It just tells you.
Yeah, it's like this proactive layer of awareness.
Okay. I like that.
So the review gives some really good examples, like parents getting an alert when their kid gets to school safely.
Right.
Or, if they wander out of a certain area.
That's a good one.
Or a delivery company knowing exactly when a driver reaches a drop-off point.
So it's like adding this layer of automation on top of the tracking.
Exactly.
I can see how that would be really useful.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, what about looking back at past activity?
Yes, that's another key feature.
Okay.
They call it historical data and pattern analysis.
Okay.
GeoSpy AI lets you go back and see where a device has been. But it's not just about seeing the routes.
Right.